Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Tuesday the 15th of August. With McShane, we're working our way through 2 Samuel, today chapters 5 and 6, the continuing saga of the Ark of the Covenant. It was captured by the Philistines during battle. They took it to Ashdod, to the temple of their god Dagon, and put it in there. The next morning, the statue of Dagon had fallen down before the Ark of the Covenant. So they propped it up again, and the next morning it had fallen down, its head and hands had broken off. And at the same time, the people of Ashdod started getting sick. So they sent the Ark of God away to the town of Gath. The people there started getting sick. They sent it to Ekron. The people there started getting sick, and they said, we've got to be careful. We've heard of what this God did to the Egyptians. Don't want that happening to us. We need to move the Ark back to Israel. How do we do it? So they called their priests and diviners who said, do something which will be completely impossible for natural events to take place. Put the ark on a cart, hitch 2 cows to the cart that don't normally get hitched to anything. Cows that have just had calves, keep their calves to one side and see what happens. And they then said, if it goes up to its own territory towards Beth Shemesh, then the Lord has brought this great disaster on us. But if it does not, then we will know that it was not his hand that struck us, and that it happened to us by chance. And as I read that, I thought, that's a very contemporary thought. Be skeptical. Look critically at the situation, and don't be gullible. Don't just jump to conclusions. They put the ark on the cart and went straight back up. They say the 2 cows walked along, lowing all the way to Beth Shemesh, directly along the road, didn't veer off to the right or the left, went straight, completely against nature. Their calves were stuck back in the pens, and the people saw this and knew that was God. And at times I think we need to be a bit like the Philistines, skeptical, critical, thinking, looking for evidence. And too often people jump to conclusions, make all sorts of uncalled for claims. I sat in this part of the church when I prayed, and that prayer was answered. This is where I've got to sit to pray. No, that's superstition. That's not faith. We need to be questioning, be critical, think carefully. That's what God gave us minds for. Faith isn't believing despite the evidence. It's looking carefully at the evidence and believing because of the evidence. And we know that there are many books that have been written about the faith, looking at the evidence. Books like Evidence That Demands a Verdict, The Case for a Creator, The Case for Christ. We have a number of C.S. Lewis's books, looking carefully at what are the evidence? Why do we believe what we believe? And we know that people, and as you read those books, you see that there are good, logical reasons to have faith in the God of the Bible. So as you read through Scripture, as you go through life, ask questions. That's part of what God gave us minds for. We ask questions, and we know that as we interrogate Scripture, as we look to God, there are answers, and our faith isn't just superstition. It is built on good evidence. Be encouraged by that, and know that we are blessed.